perfect.
All right, there's Donald Trump. Last night, Donald Trump officially accepting the GOP's presidential nomination. And good morning to Professor Pete, who is with us here right now.
Always good to be here. Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay, let's go to this clip, okay.
He knows the system better than me. Which is why I alone can fix it.
All right, now, you know the word hubris? What is hubris?
Hubris is cockiness beyond.
Yes. But he gets away with it. Other politicians, it wouldn't fit.
That was a combination of hubris and self-deprecation and
He's
sheepishness.
making fun of himself a little bit.
Exactly.
No, he does.
And when he does, it comes off very well. Self-deprecation always does, especially from someone who's borders on narcissistic. He could have had a few more moments, I thought, like that. But he needs to go off teleprompter.
Let's clarify. Your own predilections in this race, you are what? You are rooting for?
I'm a journalist of 30 years, and hence I'm a devotee of the Fourth Estate, and so I can't say.
So you're going to cop out on
But
that.
I believe I may be here as the designated Trumpist.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So let's get to it. I'm a New Yorker, and I have some partiality for that. He's my narcissist.
It was so dark though last night. It was so dark, and I'm here to save you.
Mad Max Fury Road was one analogy I heard. It was dark, apocalyptic. To his detractors. Look, to be fair, the analytics right after, you mentioned the 57%,
right.
Strongly favorable, 18% favorable, 75%. He needed to hit a home run. He is behind. We know the electoral math doesn't work well for Republicans, and there's still a legitimacy case for Trump. And I think he did hit a home run. Of course, the daughter hit a grand slam.
Yes.
The kids.
But let me jump ahead. We've had a certain order of things here. Can we go to the Ivanka clip? And I want to ask you, when you watch Ivanka, does it look like she's introducing the Democratic nominee, not the Republican? So let's roll this if we can.
In 2014, women made 83 cents for every dollar earned by a man. Single women without children earn 94 cents for each dollar earned by a man, whereas married mothers made only 77 cents. As president, my father will change the labor laws that were put in place at a time when women were not a significant portion of the workforce.
Well, that's a little bit of it. You know, Professor Pete, that among certain conservatives, that phrase that women only make 70 cents or whatever it is, they don't believe it. They think it's a loaded phrase.
Look, the folks at the Club for Growth, the diehard and woke Republicans, gender pay, expanding health care, daycare, those things are somewhat of an anathema to them. But she said up front, I'm neither Democrat or Republican.
She didn't even register in time at one point, right?
And her husband was a long-time Democrat. His father was a big donor.
Major
donor to Democrats. If you close your eyes on the Trump speech, I mean, the nod to the LGBT community, the desire to grow jobs in the Latino community and the black community, a lot you certainly wouldn't have heard in Houston 92.
And we do have.
Yeah, let's jump around
No talk about pro-life. He mentions the wall, but he doesn't go for the applause line. Big attempt to cross over.
I was listening to people who were there who were saying sometimes it was tough to know when to applaud and when not to.
Because it was a dark.
We mentioned gay lesbian situation. Peter Thiel, the billionaire guy from Silicon Valley, came up and made a very, very strong statement for this Republican convention.
I have joined the political arena so that the powerful can no longer beat up on people who cannot defend themselves. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it. I have seen firsthand how the system is rigged against our citizens, just like it was rigged against Bernie Sanders. He never had a chance, never had a chance.
Okay, now Peter Thiel, we'll see what he had to say.
Of course, every American has a unique identity. I am proud to be gay. I am proud to be a Republican. But most of all, I am proud to be an American.
All right, that is remarkable. And by the way, Trump also spoke very positively and engagingly about people who are gay and lesbian and transgender and Q. We got the Q for the queer in there as well. And so this is going on, and people are standing and applauding Peter Thiel. Did they read their own platform?
So the platform is opposition to gay marriage. It is not opposition to people who are gay.
That's not how a lot of people smell that platform, though.
Well, that may be how they smelled. There was not much time, the least time I've ever seen devoted to the platform. And look, but that's not Donald Trump, and this is about Donald Trump. He is a New York Republican. By nature, he's libertarian on social issues. I'm a libertarian on social issues. And while the Supreme Court has weighed in on gay marriage, look, we had Proposition 8 here in California not too long ago, and now I know the country has moved, but it was 52-48 to define marriage.
It was a few it was a few years ago or 1,000 years ago.
You can't say it's clear-cut unanimity, and the Republicans who don't support it are way out of step with the rest of the country, although the country has certainly moved, towards supporting it.
All right, give him a grade.
Well, he needed to hit a home run, and I think he did hit a home run. Was it a little lengthy? What I'd like to see...
A lot.
Lengthiest of all time. Especially at 11:30 on the fourth night, and it was hot.
Imagine you live on the East Coast.
He touched
Hillary next week. Maybe we'll work it out here, and you come in and talk about Hillary.
I would love to come back. I heard you snuck on the campus for your niece's wedding. You didn't come. Niece's graduation.
I looked for you. I looked for you.
But I come to your house, and we sit down, and we...